Philadelphia is supposed to be the toughest sports city in America. They threw batteries at Santa Claus, they booed their own draft picks, they invented hostile. That's the legend, that's the brand. So tell me, why were Knicks fans louder inside Philadelphia's own arena than Sixers fans have ever been at Madison Square Garden? And more importantly, who sold them the tickets? It didn't happen by accident. Ticket prices dropped, Sixers fans buylaid, and New York money, hungry, organized, and wearing blue and orange, flooded in like a tide nobody tried to stop. By tip-off of Game 4, Xfinity Mobile Arena had been quietly flipped. Section by section, row by row. The hostile crowd that was supposed to make this a war wasn't there. Tyrese Maxey stood at half-court in his own building and heard the wrong chants echoing off the walls. Josh Hart stood across from him and heard nothing but noise that belonged to him. And here's what nobody wants to say out loud. Philly didn't just lose home court, they auctioned it. The Knicks scored 144 points. 144. A franchise playoff record, in your building, while your fans watched from their couches after pocketing the resale money. In a single half, the Knicks made 18 three-pointers. 18. That ties the NBA all-time record for any half in playoff history. The Sixers' defense didn't just fail, it dissolved, and there was nobody in the seats loud enough to even rattle a single shooter. Josh Hart walked off that court and said no relief, no jubilation, just the next step in the process. Think about what that means. The Knicks swept Philadelphia, set records in their arena, took their crowd, and weren't even impressed enough to celebrate. You weren't a challenge, you were a formality. The final score was 144 to 114. A 30-point execution. Not a comeback story, not a lucky bounce. A cold, pre-planned burial, funded, staged, and attended almost entirely by the opposing team's fans. Philadelphia paid for the funeral. New York just showed up to bury them. Go back to the beginning. The toughest sports city in America. That's what they told you. That's what they told themselves. Batteries at Santa, boos at their own. Hostile, unforgiving, relentless. But when the moment arrived, the real moment, a playoff elimination game, the last stand. They sold the seats, they took the money, they stayed home. And the Knicks, they brought their own crowd, built their own atmosphere, turned enemy territory into a home game, not by force, not by luck, but because the other side simply chose not to show up. That's not a loss, that's a confession. Philadelphia didn't get beaten in that arena, they abandoned it, sold it, and handed it to New York with a receipt. If this hit different, subscribe. We breach the truth every single day.